Prepare to learn something intimate about yourself, something that usually remains behind the scenes. April 2025 will be a period when the cosmos transforms everything around you, removing obstacles to your goals. Everything that seemed unattainable will suddenly become a reality. Fortune, financial prosperity, influence and matters of the heart, everything that was hidden from view will now be yours by right. The wait is over, this is your era. The universe is activating the renewal mechanism, empowering you to determine your own destiny. Who you aspire to become, where you want to be, what you want to get, now no one will doubt your ability to achieve what you want, including yourself. The April 13th full moon will shed light on hidden aspects of your finances, power, and karmic lessons. Moonlight will dispel the darkness, revealing what has been hidden. Questions you've been putting off will present themselves to you in their true form. Where are your resources going? Who is capitalizing on your generosity? Who is taking advantage of you in the guise of friendship, love, or family ties? Even carefully hidden secrets will be revealed and illusions will be dispelled. As a representative of this zodiac sign, you do not accept weakness, but are subject to the influence of habits. Outdated patterns of behavior continue to fail, but it is difficult to abandon them. You continue to help, driven by a sense of pity. During the full moon, special attention is drawn to the second house of the horoscope, the sphere responsible for financial resources, material well-being and personal self-esteem. At this time, fate puts a question about the sources of your income and the degree of your financial independence. Isn't it time to think about whether imaginary well-being built on other people's shoulders is too expensive? During this period, the voices of others sound especially insistent. Someone complains about the lack of funds, transparently hinting at your generosity. Someone makes ambiguous jokes about his wealth, causing involuntary envy. And someone tacitly expects that you, as always, come to the rescue. However, something changes inside you. A glance at the phone screen, where another request for a loan flashes, triggers a wave of memories. You remember expensive gifts that never received an equivalent return, cases when you shared the last one without thinking about yourself. Someone has long ago and firmly settled into the role of a dependent, putting down roots in your budget. The full moon turns on ruthless analysis mode. Intuition pierces the silence like a deafening siren, exposing the truth. Who is misleading you? Who is skillfully manipulating your feelings? Who says, "thank you," without any sincerity and forgets to repay your debt? Moonlight mercilessly highlights all the dark corners, leaving no room for illusions. The time of indulgence and leniency is over. Representatives of the sign of Scorpio, known for their shrewdness, have a vast knowledge of people and situations, but are not in a hurry to share their conclusions with everyone. Their sharp tongue, which previously seemed an amusing peculiarity, can turn out to be a powerful weapon directed against you. Be vigilant and do not allow yourself to be deceived. Representatives of the sign of Scorpio begin to see the true picture of relationships, realizing that some women in their environment tend to overdramatization, perceiving men only as a source of support. Scorpios also have an epiphany about so-called friends, who in fact turn out to be parasites, abusing their kindness and condescension. There comes a time when Scorpios refuse to make further concessions and empty talk. They turn on rationality mode, establishing strict control over their resources. Finances, vitality, and trust become inviolable territory, the entrance to which is strictly limited. All those who have not passed the test of sincerity and decency are excluded from the inner circle. Scorpios realize that financial well-being accompanies those who know how to appreciate and protect it. The money flow is directed to them, and no small part should not be wasted. Scorpions move to active actions, freeing themselves from negative influences, and the universe favorably supports them. Those around them are amazed at the change. Scorpios, known for their patience, the ability to wait and control the situation, suddenly demonstrate unprecedented impetuosity. They find themselves in the epicenter of turbulent events and skillfully manage them. No one expected from Scorpions such speed and determination. They reject compromise, postponement of decisions and empty promises, choosing the principle of here and now. The influence of Mercury in Aries activates the sixth house of the horoscope, the area where daily affairs unfold, discipline is exercised, and decisions are made that have a life-changing impact. There is a rapid cleansing of karma, felt as a release of burdens, and this is not just a figurative expression. Breathing becomes freer, movements become more rapid, and thought processes achieve unprecedented efficiency. Every word spoken takes on weight, and every phrase uttered during this period becomes a turning point. In the business sphere is included in the mode of instant assessment of the situation. Tasks that seemed insoluble, find their solution in the blink of an eye. Personal relationships also require immediate action. A person, looking at his partner, realizes the need to choose, either true love or separation, and the answer has long been formed in the depths of the soul. If the relationship lacks spark, trust and emotional connection, a breakup becomes inevitable. It may not be the final decision, but there is no more room for doubt in your heart. It is pointless to cling to the void, but if there is true love, it is worth the effort to keep it. Free representatives of the sign of Scorpio can find their love where they did not expect. In the intricacies of life, someone will suddenly realize that his fate is already present nearby, but remained unnoticed. And someone will meet a glance, fleeting, but crashing into memory, and all thoughts will be occupied only with this person. When Mercury is in the sign of Aries, it is like a flash of lightning, illuminating the path and indicating exactly where to be and with whom to interact. Fortune generously throws chances, but does not leave a moment to think. While others are just beginning to realize what is happening, representatives of the sign of Scorpio are already ahead of them by a whole step. Scorpios, known for their desire to control the situation, demonstrates unprecedented efficiency, exceeding all expectations. From now on, there is no room for hesitation and delay. Karma is clear and fate is benevolent, and circumstances are turning out for the best, which becomes evident on April 18th. The entry of Mars into the sign of Leo marks a period of triumph and invincibility. Mars, the celestial patron saint of Scorpios, is freed from the shackles of restraint. The inner warrior awakens, but now he is not hiding in the shadows, but comes to the forefront. All fears and doubts dissipate like smoke. The natural qualities of Scorpios, such as unwavering will, strategic thinking, magnetic appeal and emotional depth, turn into a powerful weapon. Mars penetrates the 10th house, symbolizing career, social status and public recognition. Scorpios, naturally gifted with the gift of manipulation, no longer need tricks and cunning strategies. Surroundings intuitively feel their influence, authority and inner fire. Interlocutors lose the power of speech and forget about their intentions. Those who previously thought they could control Scorpios are forced to admit defeat and submit to their will. There is a pattern: traitors and those who denied support in difficult periods, feel regret. Detractors, who previously allowed themselves ridicule, now avoid eye contact. The astrological phenomenon of April 19th, when the Sun is in the sign of Taurus, may symbolize a moment of retribution, when karma determines true relationships and reveals those who have abused trust. Women born under the sign of Scorpio gain the ability to see themselves without illusions and free themselves from labeling, dispelling false perceptions about their character. Misperception of their coldness is refuted by the expectation of sincere warmth. Contrary to the belief in their cruelty, they show intransigence to betrayal. Their seeming secrecy is due to their selectivity in revealing their souls, and the destruction attributed to them concerns only outmoded elements. April 30th, when Venus moves into Aries, is the time for Scorpio women to assert themselves. They refuse to be invisible and dissolve into other people's expectations, preferring to stand out and attract attention. There are instant transformations in appearance, manners and look. The image of a mysterious girl is replaced by a confident woman whose presence is impossible to ignore. For men born under the sign of Scorpio, there comes a period of confident forward movement, when doubts recede, giving way to determination and purposefulness. Career prospects, creative endeavors and influence in society reach unprecedented heights, allowing them to boldly declare themselves without fear of criticism or rejection. Conversations that previously seemed risky and fraught with consequences, are now conducted casually and easily, because others listen attentively and respect every word. Scorpions. Obstacles that previously required tremendous effort and punching power, disappear, and the doors to new opportunities open as if by magic. The world seems to be changing the rules of the game, but these changes play into the hands of Scorpios, allowing them to act without regard for other people's opinions and without wasting time looking for approval. If someone does not share their views or doubts their validity, Scorpios have no choice but to advise them to step aside and not interfere with the triumphal procession. Scorpios have demonstrated their strength and power, and now they cannot be stopped on the way to the intended goal. There comes their finest hour, the moment of triumph and deserved recognition. The karmic cycle is coming to an end, and everything that held back their development and limited their freedom is in the past, like unnecessary ballast. Before them opens a clean and clear path leading to power, success, and universal recognition. The main thing is not to be afraid to take what is rightfully theirs, because they have earned it with their hard work and unwavering faith in themselves.